What's up, YouTube? Jaybird back at you, and it is Thursday. I might have a Throwback Thursday story for you later on in the video. I'm not sure. I have to think of something. I've got plenty of stories. It's just picking one out. I didn't get to do anything that I wanted to do yesterday, guys. I got sick, man. I woke up yesterday morning not feeling very well, but I came to work anyway, and I trudged through the day just sluggish and not feeling good, and just, I felt awful. And by the time I got off work and got home, man, I felt so bad. I had a low-grade fever, had a stomach bug or something. I don't know, and I don't think it was anything that I ate or anything like that, because I called my mom, and she was having the same issues. So obviously something going around. I picked up from somewhere, from somebody. But it was awful. It didn't last long. I slept most of yesterday afternoon, and I had tons of stuff that I absolutely had to do, and I didn't get any of it done, which means I got to do it today. But it'll get done. Can't help. You don't choose when to be sick, so that's just what happens. I'm trying so hard, guys, to get other people involved in my YouTube channel. People are so freaking shy behind the camera, man. And I guess they're just, I don't know. Somebody's shy, they're shy. They can't help it. I get that, okay? I'm shy to a certain point. It's just, at a certain point in my life, I realized, man, it doesn't matter whether you do things on camera and put it out in public. If anybody's going to talk about you, especially behind your back and stuff like that, then it doesn't matter if you do a YouTube video or not. Those people are still going to talk about you. It's just the kind of people they are. Let them talk. As long as you know who you are yourself and you stay true to yourself, what does it matter? What does it matter? And that's just my philosophy on it. I understand, and I respect people's feelings more than anything. It's just like you put a camera on them and they freeze up. I don't know. I don't get it. But I mean, it's just the way it is. Not a whole lot going on, other than we are technically moved. It's not 100%. We're not 100% moved. There we go. It is a 100% thing that we're moving, because we've already pretty much moved, but we're not 100% done. It's going to take probably 2 or 3 weeks to get everything, back to normal and all that stuff. But we're there. We're in our new place. As soon as it gets organized and situated and all that stuff, I'll show you guys around. We moved into a smaller place. It's not quite as it's nice. It's nice to me. I've lived in a lot worse in my 42 years, but it's a lot smaller, and we did that for financial reasons and just whatever. But we are moved. Other than that, guys, there's not a whole lot going on. My work's been pretty good. Like I said, I'm back on schedule. I'm going to smoke a cigarette. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm back on schedule. Everything's going good. This past weekend, I was at my buddy's house I go to quite frequently and have a few beers with him. And just a few buddies get together over there, and we drink beer, we laugh, we play music, we have fun. And we got to talking, and I had mentioned something about Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers coming to Memphis, and I'm a huge Tom Petty fan myself, and so were the guys that I was there with. And one of them asked me when it was, so I got to looking, and it was, come to find out, it's May 8th, which is this coming Monday. And he's just up and said, "Do you guys want to go?" And of course we were all like, "Well, yeah, we'd love to see Tom Petty." Sorry guys, that smoke's getting in the way of the camera. So he just chucks me his credit card and said, see if you can find some tickets, get us 6 of them. And I was like, man, are you freaking serious? And he was like, yeah, man, get them. So I'm going to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And then we didn't even know. I got to looking up after we ordered the tickets, and freaking Joe Walsh is going to be with him. So this coming Monday, I'm going to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers with special guest Joe Walsh in Memphis, Tennessee at the FedEx Forum. I'm excited about that. I can't wait. I hope the weather's nice that day. I hope it's beautiful, and we're just going to have a really good time. I'll have to work the next day, but man, I'll sacrifice a couple hours of sleep to see Tom Petty any day. So I'm looking forward to that, guys. I'm kind of on a pivotal thing with the Paranormal Wednesdays. I don't know whether to continue or not. So anybody, you guys comment and be brutally honest. If it's don't worry about hurting my feelings or anything, because I get it's like half and half. I get people saying they love it, and then I get people that tell me, man, I'm just not into the paranormal stuff. It scares them, or, they don't want to delve into and they even have stories themselves, but they're just freaking scared. I guess they're scared to get into it, but, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Message me on Facebook, tweet me, do whatever you got to do, get a hold of me, let me know. Should I continue the Paranormal Wednesdays? Should I just make it like a every now and again Paranormal Wednesday, blah blah blah? I don't know. You guys let me know. Seems that most people are just interested in the regular vlogs, just talking, and people are interested in what other people's life is about, stuff like that. But I don't know. I like watching that stuff too, but I've always been interested in the paranormal. I can't help it. And I guess maybe I feel like if I am, then everybody should be. I don't know. Which I know everybody's not. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back. Give me just a second, and I'll come back, and we'll have a Throwback Thursday story for you. So, peace out for now. Be right back. Alright, guys, Throwback Thursday time. Story I'm going to tell you guys is about the first real official fight that I got into. When I was young, because this fight happened in like 1982, the summer of 1982 or 83, somewhere in there. So I was 8 or 9 years old, possibly even 7 years old. I was young, I remember that. But when I was young, when I was a little guy, I was a wee little feller. I got picked on a lot, and I got bullied around a lot just because of, my size. And I was always a very passive, timid, shy kid, and still don't like to fight. I mean, thank God that I know there are some people who just wants to go around fighting all the time, but thank God those are, few and far in between. But anyway, this summer, we lived in a neighborhood, and there was this bully. I think he's a little older than me. He was probably about a year older than me, and he was a lot bigger than me. But he would bully me around and push me around when we'd play and stuff, and and my cousin stayed with us a lot when we was young. He's really like a brother to me. Hoot toot, I love you, brother. He just happened to be there during this period of time, and he would always tell me, man, don't let that boy bully you around like that. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to fight back. You're gonna have to do something about it. And I don't know. I just let it go and go and go and go and go, and my cousin winded up telling my mom about it. Well, my mom come and told me, she's like, son, you can't let people, bully you and push you around. She said, even if you lose the fight, at least you fought back. So, she told me, she said, I'll tell you what, she said, next time that boy pushes you around and does something wrong, you stand up for yourself, you're not going to get in trouble for it, nothing like that. So that's pretty much what I did. the bully was bullying me around, pushing me around, and my cousin kind of intervened because I remember he pulled him over to the side and had a little talk with him, and nothing physical or nothing like that. I don't even know what was said between the two, but my cousin come back over there to me and said, "Man, he's right over there. You're gonna have to go talk to him." So I was kind of in the spot where I had to. So I went over there and we started talking, and I mean, almost immediately it became physical. He took a swing at me. And he had pushed me around and, like got me in headlocks and got me on the ground, stuff like that. But he had never tried to punch me or punched me or anything like that. Well, this time he did. He tried to take a punch at me, which I, you know, dodged. Thank God I just scooted back. And when he did, his fist hit the windshield of my dad's car. And for some reason, that made me more angry than anything. That's when my fight came into me. And I remember I laid into this guy. Took all that, like a couple summers worth of him bullying me around, and all that anger had pinned up. And it all come out at one time. I remember punching him. I remember kicking him between the legs. I even uppercutted him. And when I seen, that last time that I had punched him, he was crying. And then that's when I stopped, and he went home crying. And that's when I learned that it does pay off, to stand up for yourself. Now, some folks will probably say that's really not much of a fight, but it wasn't. It was my first fight. And I haven't been in very many fights since then. And this was, like I said, in like 1982 or 83. I'm not a fighter, like most people. I will do anything I can to avoid a fight, but I mean, you push me into a corner, I got to do what I got to do. And that's just the way it is. But he went home crying, and I think it was a couple of weeks later. I guess he went home and thought about it and all that stuff. But a couple of weeks later, I remember walking home from school. I can't remember exactly. I know it was right after school, and he had followed me home, and he tried to bully me around again. And I threw my books down, and was like, "Come on, I'm not gonna let this happen no more." And he went home again. And then years later, that guy, I ran into him, and that same guy who was a bully, he apologized to me. He told me he was wrong for the stuff he did when he was a kid and the way that he treated me. He said I took advantage. He said I was a big guy. Everybody was scared of me, and you was the smallest guy on the block, and I took, and I bullied you, and I was wrong, and he apologized. So we're friends nowadays, and that's a good thing. But that's my Throwback Thursday story, guys. I want you guys to keep a smile on those beautiful faces. Keep it real. Peace, love, happiness. Thank you guys for watching. I love each and every one of you. Peace out. Later, taters.